Tony
We're going up live against Shamar. Oh, Lord. I hope ain't none of our folks over there trying to see Shamar, honey, instead of coming up here where we at.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
What's up, people?
Hello.
Y'all mind, go ahead, thumb the live on your way in. Yeah, and happy anniversary. Thank you.
Good evening and happy anniversary. What other phone? Oh, that's it. Good evening and happy anniversary. Let me thumb to the. Oh, it's already thumbs up. Oh, you did thumb to the. Oh. It's our anniversary. It's our anniversary.
Yeah.
I don't know if it has felt like it or not. Has it felt like an anniversary? I don't know. Has it felt, thank you, Olive Oil, for the cash up in the chat.
What's up, Olive Oil? Hi, how you doing?
Hey,
Tamika's out.
Angela Pittman meets Tamika. Y'all been here deep early tonight. Hey, Lady Tigers, thank you. Hey, Misa Fryman, Naturally Us, Octavia Henry, Sherry Montoya.
This is Portia.
Tonya Rainey.
Portia who?
Is this Portia Williams? Hi, girl. Haven't spoke to you in a while. How you doing?
Don't do
I'm ready for some more Go Naked hair, girl.
Don't do it. I don't even have church tonight. Look, hallelujah.
You guys, please don't forget to thumbs up as you're coming in. Please don't forget to thumbs up. Hey, Pamela Tate, Pam Grisby. Hey, Pam. Hey, Summer Breeze. Alicia Branch. Angie Culberson. Rosetta, welcome. Sharon Brown.
In my mind.
Hey, Portia. I need some more. I need some Go Naked hair. I need a unit.
Invisible hair. If y'all thumbs the live on the way in, y'all thumbs it up. Let me know y'all been here. Let me know y'all be here.
Kath Card. Cecilia Robinson. Finesse One.
I'm just saying though.
Finesse One says I'm still loving my hot sauce. Oh, thank you. We got you enjoying it. I am Carolyn Graham.
Hey, Fantastic Monroe.
Hey, Fantastic Monroe. Hey, boo.
Hello, everyone. Look, we're going to be here an hour or less. I wanted to just come on because, you know, the supporters have had a lot to say about Llips and this whole situation with the husband allegedly, unaliving Llips with the pow. My comment sections have been off of the chain. So the hotline is open tonight, 501-352-8982. Call in, share your thoughts about Llips. If you want to just tell us your most fondest memory of Llips and his mukbangs, call in and talk to us, Llips supporters. Tonight is your night. You can call in and say what you want about Llips. You know, what was it that made you support him? Why did you love him so? Was it the pig feet? Wait a minute. What was it? Call in and let's talk about it, guys. Well, not let's talk about it. Just call in and share your thoughts. But this video here is just Llips. It said, what was the title of it? It's our marriage anniversary. How ironic is that?
Linda France, how you doing?
Happy anniversary.
Dr. Master Papa, Dana Pittman, hi. Donna Hobbs, Tony Atkins, Shalimar Crump, Florence Burks, Steph C, Linda Whistler, Nikki.
I stay in Memphis, y'all.
Wilkins, Rare Diamond, Black Queen, Bees, Catering LL.
Okay, so hey Josh, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Rasha the Diva, how you doing? What? Well, yes, Llips has deceased. His husband powed him. Yes. Hey Tara, how you doing? Hey Kizzy, how you doing? Kizzy K in the building. QST is in the building. Hey QST. Llips supporters, guys, call in 501-352-8982. I got my phone. I got a new phone. I'm ready. I got a new phone just for you too. Call us and express your thoughts on Llips. You know, A lot of we're gonna look at a couple of those comments. A lot of you have a lot of things to say in the comments section. Hey Philadelphia, hey PP. Oh, somebody's calling. This is a new phone. Hold on, let me see if I can answer it. Hello?
Hey, PP.
How are you doing? Is this QSC?
The one and only.
How you doing?
Good. I had a question about the Llips because I didn't know him and I didn't follow him. But my question to you is that video they did in the car. When was that video done?
Okay, so someone left in my comment section. They said that video was from December of 2024. I was going to talk about that because Llips was unalive December, January, February, 4 months later.
4 months later.
Yes, and he said, QST, did you hear it? He said, you've been beating on me. Tell the people how you've been beating on me. Did he not say that?
That's what Llips said? That's what Llips said?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Tara. Yeah, I'm gonna jump back in the chat and listen because I heard the video, but I didn't know how soon it was, before this incident happened. So I'm trying to see what the timeline is.
Yes. So that, well, now allegedly, because I didn't hear the original, but one of his supporters said that was recorded, that was live December of 2024, and then December, January, 4 months later, Llips is unalive by his husband.
Okay, well, I'm gonna jump in the chat and finish listening. Hi, Fonzie. Okay. If I have another question, I'll come up. Somebody else call.
Yeah.
I'll jump back in the chat.
Yeah, y'all call the new hotline. Thank you, QST. You're the first caller on the new hotline.
Because I'm number one.
You're number one.
Oh, and rest in peace to his family and supporters. That's really sad.
Yeah. Oh, somebody else is calling. I don't know how to connect. Okay, QST. Okay. Ooh, I don't know how to do this. Okay. Let me see. Hello?
TT?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, it's Vaughn.
Hey!
Y'all ain't gonna leave me out of the call now. Hey!
Hey! Girl, the hotline is back. How you doing, daughter? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I missed you. You ain't been live in a minute.
I know. I've been working. I want to know one thing. Why can I not leave comments on your short videos with all the... Those videos are so nice. Why I can't leave no comments?
Because YouTube did that. When you post kids and adults aren't in the video, so some of them, I wasn't in them. You can't comment.
Okay. So
yeah.
Well, this is my daughter Vaughn, my Chicago daughter. Everyone that wants to know, she has a channel. Check her out, Vaughn's Reality. Now, Vaughn, did you know Llips? Did you watch any of his videos or anything?
I knew of him. I think it's unfortunate that, he was unalived by his husband. I'm interested in the story. I want to see him get justice. I would like to, get more information on exactly what happened that night. So far, production says, that he don't know and all this other kind of stuff, which I think he was, drunk out of his mind. If you ask me, that's what I think happened. And, they had an argument, but I think it's all really unfortunate. I really do.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Okay, so I may have missed something. So production has said he didn't know he was deceased. See, I didn't know that.
He said that he doesn't know what happened, is what he's saying. He doesn't know what happened. That's what the police, because I was listening to, other people, and that's what they were saying. The police records were saying that.
I've been trying to get those records. Okay, I'm gonna get my own records. He said he doesn't know what happened. He doesn't know what happened.
That's what he said. That's why I'm like, he had to be under the influence, spiritual influence. You get to drink, get some spirits up in you. Or, that's what I think.
I mean, or allegedly, I mean, he could just, I don't know. He could just be saying, I didn't know he said that. See, I'm behind on a few things. I did not know he said that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're gonna learn the story together. I know you're gonna get the good information too. So
I'm gonna do my best.
PIPP.
I'm gonna do my best. I cannot. He says he doesn't know what happened. So why would they arrest him if they didn't have any evidence that points towards him? That's what you have to look at. They're not just going to arrest you if there's nothing that points towards you. So there's something that links him to that crime scene, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. He was there. So,
yes,
and how you was there, you don't know what happened. See, if you ask me, that's a red flag, whether you was under the influence or not.
Right.
You know, you lying about something, you know something.
Absolutely.
You know, that's your man.
I know.
We all know about our men now.
We know about our men when they good, wrong, indifferent, or right or wrong. We know about our men. But let me ask you this.
Right.
Okay. So I don't know, did you hear the sister's interview when she first came out on Big Belly Bob's channel?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
Now she said that she loved production. She would not, she doesn't blame. I don't want to, I'm paraphrasing. I know she said she loves production. Now I want to say this. If anyone was to pow any of my siblings, brother, sister, even if we're not speaking, even if I'm mad at one of my siblings right now, which, it is what it is. I'm not talking to one right now. I would not come on here and say that I love the person that pow-powed them. I would not be able to stand them. I don't understand how the sister could say that. That's just my opinion. Daughter, what are your thoughts?
Well, okay, so I'm in a new walk, in faith with Christ. So I'll be honest and say, do I believe, and Lord forbid anything happen to either one of my siblings, because I'm close with all my siblings, except for one. But even if something like that was to happen, I do not see myself immediately being in the spirit of forgiveness. I will say, I took notice that she, did tell us, which wasn't our business, but we kind of saw some of these things, right? That they, fight and bicker. I was looking at it like, maybe she knows more than we do. Maybe she, she's looking at it like,
I wonder if
there's a lot more to this, But me personally, I can't see myself immediately being in the spirit of forgiveness. I can't because I love my siblings.
Okay. Let me see if I can add this call. Hold on. Let me see if I know how to add.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh, he three-way it.
I'm trying. Let me see. Did I hang up? Hello? I think I hung up on everybody. Oh, I think I hung up on everybody.
No, I'm still here.
You're still here? Oh, okay.
I hit the mute. Yeah, I hit the mute.
Okay. Well, maybe I didn't. I was trying to get. Okay. Well, caller, there was someone else calling, so because I want to give.
Okay. No, I'm gonna drop down. So they can call back.
Okay, you drop down and listen. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Bye-bye. Okay. Bye-bye. I don't know who was that calling. There was another number calling. See, y'all, I got a new phone. I don't really know how to use it. I don't even know how to go to the. Okay, here come another call. Okay. Hello.
Hey, Tiffany.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
This is hey, Chatting. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, love?
I'm doing good, Chatting. What is going on? Listen, I know everyone knows about Llips. Wait a minute. What are your thoughts on the situation? Wait a minute. What are your thoughts, Chatting?
I mean, all around the board. First of all, my condolences to Llips family. Because it is tragic, no matter how we look at it.
Yes.
And I didn't call it all because it's like so many triggers for me. You know what I mean? In my own situation, like past situations. But it kind of hurts me that everybody is being so judgmental and speaking on him even in death. You know what I mean? Like some things are, my opinion, you should just be hushed. Just hush. Just hush. We don't have a heaven or a hell to put Llips in, production in. I love production. I love Llips.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's tragic all the way around. When his sister was doing the interview, to me, basically what she was saying, what I took from it was they had what the old folks would say, the graveyard love, that graveyard kind of love. You know what I mean? Like some people love toxicity. You know what I mean? Like, they love to fight. They love to throw hands. It's normal to them. You know what I mean? But us on the outside get it like, oh, they crazy. You should have left. You shouldn't have did this. Whatever. Well, you know, it's just sad. It's so sad, PT. And it hurts me to see, which I know, you know, people are making good money off of the story. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. All money is not good money.
That's true.
You know
That's
what
true.
I mean? Some things you just need to hush. You need to hush.
Right.
Just let the
so
come and God work it out.
You know, so I mean, I'm not here. I'm not trying to speak bad on either, but all I know is, all I said was that I wouldn't be the sister. I'm not going to say I love someone that pow my sibling if I know it's in fact that they did it. But I'm not here to. I'm not bash. I don't want to bash them because I'm not one of those. I don't understand how people can just make fun of the dead and speak against the dead. That's not what I'm doing. I'm actually just talking about the tragedy and what happened. At least that's what I want to do. And I don't want it to get out of hand. I'm going to do my best to keep it that way. And if anyone wants to see it getting out of hand, you guys, please let me know. Go ahead, Chatty.
Yeah. And like with me, like I'm not the same situation, but just say I lost my sister in 2016 to at the hands of her old man.
Really?
You know, and he got away with it. You know, he covered it up as if though it, you know, he unalived her and made it as if though she unalived herself, like with dangling feet, and nothing was done about it. You know, and sometimes I see this guy, and I love the Lord, and I believe in compassion, and I believe in all that. But you know, that's one thing that I have to pray on. You know, every time I see him, I swear I want to hit the gas, but you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's not for me to give him his karma and what he deserves. You know what I mean? Because then I'm going to be the one in trouble, or my family's going to be the one in trouble, and he's going to be okay probably.
I mean,
you know, so
you're right. I understand what you're saying, but let me ask you this: Are you saying that? Okay, so who found her? Was he there with her? Did he find the body?
No, he had already left. It happened at a hotel. Imagine, how is it possible? You know how like you at the hotels, you have a luggage rack where you can put your bags and you can hang your clothes. How can someone who is 5'6", 5'7", dangle their feet from that clothing bar? And the sheet had been cut into when the manager found her, the owner found her. He said she was sitting straight up on her butt. Her eyes weren't bulged. Her face wasn't blue as if though that would happen. You know, she had really done it. But the room had, and the police never investigated anything. They made it like it was just rude, just literally, she, you know, that side. You know, she unalived herself.
Okay. Had there been a history of them fighting or fussing?
Yes. Yes, it was to the point that, you know, and I hate that part. That's why I be saying it's triggered for me, because she looked up to me. Like, I was 12 years older than her. And she watched me go through a very abusive relationship. So I beat myself up and get myself like, well, Chad, if you would have lived, what if she wouldn't have dealt with it? You know what I mean? I beat myself up for that. Because, like I said, she looked up to me. I was in a very abusive, very toxic marriage, you know?
Really?
And just one day, yes. I mean, for years. I mean, bad. It was horrible.
Okay, so you
horrible.
say for years, Chatty, because a lot of people will say to people, "Why don't you leave? Why didn't they leave?" If you said for years, why? What kept you there?
And you know what I say to those people, because I was one of those people that always said, "I wish a ninja would put his hands on me. I'm gonna do this and that." But when you are in that situation, it's easy for you to say that until you're in that situation. Mm-hmm. And it's not nothing I grew up around. Like, my mom and my dad have been married 58 years. They're still together. You know what I mean? Like, just a beautiful, you know, they had ups and downs, but they love each other. You know, still, I never was around anything like that. So it was new to me. You know what I mean? But it's like, I was with him over 3 years before it even started, TV. Like, literally, like you watch on Lifetime TV, that's exactly how it turned out. You know, it's exactly how it turned out. To this day, I still have to do stuff secretive ways in fear that he could find me in certain ways because I did lock him up. You know what I mean? And do things like that when I did leave. But like they threaten you be scared. You know, it's like really fearful. And then embarrassment of having to go home and face, you know what I mean, face the people and you know, it was just a lot.
Right.
A whole lot of emotions. But now I can say, I wish a ninja would.
Well, no, let's pray that never ever happens again. You're never in that type of predicament. You know, it's just hard out there. I thank God, you know, and I just like, I've never had to deal with that. I can't imagine what it's like. So I can say what I would do, but I've never had to deal with or been in that type of a situation. So I don't know what I would do. And
you know, when I first saw what had happened with Llips, and when I see it in any situation, not just Llips, Llips is so, you know, it's so public because he's a public figure. But
chatting, Llips did say in that video that alleged that live that was done in December of 2020, he says that the guy had been beating on him. So go ahead.
Yes, I heard that.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that. The trigger. He was like, "Oh, you want to tell him I get on here and I do this and that? Well, tell him how you've been beating on me." I mean, those are. I can't keep watching because it's triggers for me.
It is.
You see what I'm saying? Certain things are triggers for me. The unalignment is triggers for me. And when the first thing I say in any situation like that, I thank God for keeping me. I thank God for keeping me. Because that could have easily have been me. And I felt if I would have went home on that one particular day, that would have been, it wasn't nothing but the spirit to me. Girl, if you go home today, in his voice, when he called me and what he said, that was the day that I was going to leave here. And I did not go home. I left him with everything, the car, the house, all my clothes. I left with just only the clothes on my back I went to work in.
So,
yeah, I sure did.
Can I ask you one question?
Yes.
So, like when the abuse would happen, he would, like, I guess, put hands on you or whatever. What would he say afterwards? To smooth it?
Nothing. Treat me like a dog. Sometimes, like, he would lock me in closets. He would lock me up. He did a lot of things that I could still get him in a lot of trouble for. You know, I go to therapy and stuff like that. I'm way better than I was, you know. But like they threaten you with your family, your kids. You know what I mean? Hurt your children. And to me, the mental abuse was worse than the physical abuse. It's like you hit, just like when you got a whooping as a kid. Yeah, that whooping hurt when mama whooped me, but after a while it was cool. But if she said something mean to me, it hurt me more than the whooping. You know what I mean? So verbal is way worse than getting the heck knocked out of. To me, my opinion, in my situation.
Right.
Because then you begin to believe everything that they're saying. You know, you believe you're less than, so you stay with them because you feel you're not worthy. Mm-hmm. You know, it literally takes everything out of you. So I just ask people to just be more considerate of those that have literally walked those shoes, lived, who have actually survived. You see what I'm saying? Be just a little more compassionate, as God has shown compassion on every last one of us with our right, wrong, and difference. He shows compassion. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's not hard for anybody to do. Just be compassionate. Everything don't always have to be mean. Everything don't always have to be funny. You know, life be life, and people, it's real.
I agree.
This is somebody's real life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not funny. It's not cute. And I feel bad for, I would go in that chat and production was like, "Hey, chat, what kind of dance, girl? Hey, I like your name." With his little giggles. I love production. But, you know, behind every smile, it's the darkest thing. You know, you can hide it. You can hide your pain. It's so easy to mask.
Right.
You put mask on.
They
put mask on for the money.
I don't know what happened. You know, everyone has an opinion. You know, I'm not gonna ever come out here and bash the dead. And I'm just not gonna do that. I don't know what happened. I mean, I don't know, but one thing I do know, and two for sure, that the husband production has unalived Llips, but we don't know what got it there. I mean, we kind of know, because I believe that, and I said that in my video, Llips left evidence. He left a motive. that he had been beating on him, and he said that he was met. Do you know who Bruno is? Have you ever heard the name Bruno?
No, I only heard it recent when they were talking about they had moved him in, and he was in in the other room with him, and the money situation and the plot and this and that. But now
wait a minute. Bruno was living with them?
If I'm not mistaken, he was the roommate that they were talking about. Had came and stayed for a while, and like maybe they had got caught up in some stuff and was plotting or something. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Don't quote me allegedly or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like when I first found out, and I found out production name. Naturally, you put it in and you see what's going on and whatever. So like his Facebook posts were really sad. Like you could tell he was battling something. What depression, anxiety. I'm not gonna say he was just a drunk or whatever. It ain't for me to say. You know what I mean? But you could tell he was battling demons of some sort. By certain posts and things he would say.
Right.
So, and then he would be timid and shy. I would see that, and it did seem like maybe Lips was his word of opinion. But then you hear Lips say, "Hey, you was whooping my tail." So, was that Lips' time to get his little lick back and his shots at production for how production treated him behind the scenes allegedly? We don't never know. We never, and we'll never know. The only one that knows is production is God.
You're right.
But
You're right.
The sister, I feel the sister's like, hey, she said, I told him this is how it was going to end. She said, I told him that's the only way it's going to end. That's the only thing that's going to happen. The only outcome of what y'all got going on, she said, what one did to one, the other one did the same. So you can't say, now the sister said that means they were equally bad.
Right. Okay.
Equally good.
Well, I know, and when the sister saying that, my thing is, let me see, how can I do this? I'm trying to get. So the sister didn't live with them 24/7, and that she didn't even really know. I mean, she said that she had not spoken with him in a while, so I don't see how she can really. Well, I guess she can. Never mind. I retract that statement. I retract my statement.
She said they were very close, and that the DV is something they talked about often. Like how they were with each other is something they talked about all the time.
Yeah.
And it could just be her hurt and her shock at that moment, saying, I'm not mad at him. I'm only mad at him because he didn't let them know who his family was so we could be there with him. That broke my heart. She's like, our parents passed alone.
Yes.
He passed alone because he went. So when I tell you broke my heart, to cut it off.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't. I'm a very emotional. I can be a flirty fan. Yeah, not to be proud of.
Mm-hmm.
But I am a very, very emotional person. I hate to see anybody hurt. I'm a stranger. I hate to see anybody hurt and going through anything traumatizing.
Right.
So
my thing is, so I know the sister said that Lips was controlling and they were in a toxic relationship, but how I can dispute that? Well, my rebuttal to that is production is still alive and breathing. He's still able to produce, although maybe what he produces isn't worth really that much. Lips didn't try and take his life. And as everyone likes to say, Lips was so tall and big, but if that's the case, but Lips didn't try and I'm not gonna. Okay, I don't know what he tried to do, but he didn't take his life. He didn't pull a weapon out on him and pow him and take his life. So I don't care about Lips being. Well, he was the one on here eating and making the money. So if he wanted to be controlling over his channel and his brand, he had that right to do that because no one else. It was his brand. It's Lips' brand. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I totally agree.
Okay.
I totally agree with that. I really do. It's just sad, I hate it for his baby,
Yes.
And
I know the mother doesn't want anyone to talk about the child, so I don't want to talk about the.
Okay, I apologize, mother. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
And but and people are like, oh, he's gonna get trouble. He's gonna get out of. You gotta think Well, I know in Tennessee they do 4-4. You know what I mean? Like, if he didn't have a pium, then he shouldn't have a pium. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I pray peace over his family, though. And overproduction.
Yeah. And you know that, and that's where where I say I could be. I don't know, and it's something I need to work on, because if someone has taken the life of one of my siblings, even if I'm mad as hell at my sibling, I don't got no love for the person that did it. It's like F you for life. I know my brother, one of my brothers, and I got 5 brothers, or one of my sisters. No, and even if I didn't like their significant other, let me say, I may have been pretending to like you. I may not have ever really liked you. I may have been faking it. So, and now that you've done this to them, I was cordial. Thank you for giving me the right term. And no, I can't. I'm not gonna go. And it's always have amazed me how when people lose loved ones, how sometimes some people can go and speak in front of, and like nothing is happening. I would just be too distraught, but too distraught. Everyone is different. Everyone handles grief different.
Now I'm with you on that, because in that situation with my sister, dude after a while, I guess he got a feel of the room and see what was going around. Some people, in the family was still dealing with him, and I'm like, what? And I love him from a distance. You see what I'm saying? Like, even when it came with, I'm gonna be honest, even when it came with my mama, my sister, one of my baby sisters, I was 12 years older than the one that passed away, but she was my baby. I'm the oldest girl, so she was my baby. And when I heard my sister and my mom say certain things, I didn't forget. I had a prayer about it, and the Lord forget. I didn't talk to my mama for over 2 years. I didn't talk to my sister because they made me sick. I couldn't stand them. I couldn't believe them. You know what I mean? Like, y'all just threw her away. Y'all know what happened. Y'all hee ha ha. I pray about him every day, because he is one that will send me to hell. And I know that. So I pray for strength on that every day. I don't like them. I don't have to like them.
Right. You're right. Well, I just know how I would feel. I wouldn't have no love for that person. It would be like F you for life. And that's just me, because no, that's just me. Yep.
And he's tried to unalive himself twice in the past year.
Who?
The one who did it to my sister.
Oh.
And you know what I say, get him. I say, get him. I said, Lord, forgive me, but get him, girl. Get him.
Can you imagine? I think if you unalive someone, I don't know how you sleep at night. I don't know how you sleep at night if you disrespecting the dead and making fun of the dead. I don't know how you sleep at night with that either. So I just can't imagine. I can't imagine. But that's just me. The people in the chat have a lot to say. Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't even see the chat. I was driving, I just pulled in the driveway. I seen your notification popped up, and I clicked in, and her Vaughn. Hey, Vaughn. Hey, everybody in the chat. Hey, y'all, hey.
This is chatting. Yes. I don't want to miss any comments, so I had to go back up. But Dolores say, Philly, hello. I think you can still love someone even though they've done wrong. They've shared a lot of good times. Yeah, I guess you can.
I ain't gonna take up all the time. I know people probably been calling you.
No one else has called in, so I guess they just letting you talk. No one else has called. It's the new hotline, guys. Call it 501-352-8982 if you want to share Llips supporters. If you want to call in, because you guys have had a lot to say in the comment section on the couple of videos that I dropped. So if you want to call and share your most fondest memory of Llips, and production, whatever, if you want to call, you can call and speak good or whatever you want on either one. It's up to you. But Unspoken is in the chat. Somebody say they beat on each other. Deb, are you sure about that? Well, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. That's alleged. I don't know.
Hey, you P.
Hey, you P.
I love you.
What up, though? What up, though, UP? What up, though?
I know I love her.
I know
it.
it.
Took up so much time on here, Ram. Thank you for having me up here.
Okay, well, thank you for calling, and I'm sorry for your loss. I did not know that. And hey, you're a very strong person. I mean, I don't know people that just don't know how they would handle something like that, but you know.
Yes, and y'all call in and support my CCC.
Yeah, call in. Thank you.
You're welcome. I love you.
Okay, love you too. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, I don't even know how to. Hello? Okay, I don't think no one's calling. But guys, call the hotline if you want to call in and share some insight or your thoughts on Lips. Call in and do that. But I'm gonna look at some of your comments. Unspoken Buns, Unspoken Big Sis. Yes. Let me just see what you guys are saying. Maybe it's some of Lip supporters in here. I don't know. Yes. Verbal is horrible. Yep. Word of mouth. Deb is in the building. Thank you for stopping by, Debs. I appreciate it. I'm sure you know, if you're saying that, you probably know something that we don't. So QSC, I really miss you. Hey UP, I always want to tell you I like the way you say months. Is that months? We got Chicago. I mean Chicago. Well, we got Chicago in here, and we got Detroit. Tara been cruising. Yes, girl. Who was your roommate? Lips or production? Call the hotline. We can't see you. I'm not gonna get nobody your number. You can dial private. You can start. Is it star 667? Hey PP. Hey June. How you doing? Who was your roommate, Deb? Girl, me too. I had a ball. It was my first cruise. Okay. Compassion is great, but if you can get out of an abusive relationship, then just that, I need my glasses. I need my reading glasses. It still does. Let me go get my reading glasses, y'all. I'll be back. I'm gonna put Lips on while I go get my reading glasses. Hold on. Let me go get my reading glasses.
LC, Brianna, Jay, Kiana Johnson. Hey Lips and Hubby. Hey Bees, Catering LLC.
How you doing?
Misa Fryman, Octavia Henry, Sherry Matoria, Elise.
Thank you.
There's something open back there because he done went in something back out here.
Right over there.
Michelle Johnson, Sandra K, Angela Coxon, Tony Atkins, Bunchetta Robinson, Red Diamond Black Queen, Shay H, Raymond Neal.
We've been married 6 years.
Willisha Buford.
We've been together for like 19.
Tanya Walker.
18, 19.
She the Kid, Nikki Williams, Michelle Grace Smith was first.
Forever.
We've been together 18 years, and we today we've been married 6 years. We got married March 26, 2019. Angel Drew, happy anniversary, best wishes to you and hubby, more years to come. Thank you.
Thank you.
It almost wasn't no honey. Nisi, it's only one. Thank you. How are you doing? Fantastic Roses. Hey y'all. Hey.
Lip said almost wasn't y'all. Our relationship have problems. Everybody got problems. If any Lips supporters want to call in and share your thoughts on Lips, why you supported him, what you missed most about him in production, 501-352-8982. What comment was I reading? Let me see. Somebody, where was I at? Candy, I'm an Arkansas native. Okay. What does this say right here? Compassion is greater, but if you can get out of an abusive relationship, then just get out. Doesn't matter if you don't have money and have kids, clothes, paperwork. Okay. You can do it. You can do it if you want to. I don't believe the sister, and that's her brother. My only problem with what the not problem, my only disagreement with what the sister had to say. I'm not gonna get on here and say I love the person that powed or took away my sibling. Even if me and my sibling haven't spoken in years, even if I'm mad at my sibling, no significant other of my sibling will ever have my support or love if you done hurt my sibling. Even if you didn't pow them, if you just hurt them, I don't like you. I probably never did. I probably was faking it the entire time only because you was with them and I wanted to be respectful to them. So when I said, hey, how you doing? I didn't mean it. I'm digressing. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's get back to what the comments say. Say, I don't believe the sister is sad. Okay. No one truly knows what happened. That's true. That's true. No one knows what happened. Not even the family. So my thing is when the sister says they were so toxic, this, that, and the other, and both of them, she said, well, Llips did not unalive him. I don't, show me some proof that he ever put a pow on him or try. He's still here. Now, you can cuss and fuss for days. If you're just going to cuss and fuss, okay. That's still not healthy either, to just cuss and fuss all the time. But if that's all you're doing and you're not going to go get nothing to try to harm someone physically, but that little man over there, and people want to say, oh, he was little, Llips was so much bigger. Llips had a walking stick and he was in a wheelchair. And Llips said in that video in December of 2024, which one of his supporters said that's when it happened, he said, you've been beating on me because you want to be with Bruno. I want to see Bruno ass. Where Bruno at? What Bruno look like? Now somebody needs to find him and slap the shit out of him for being in their house and then and allegedly. Now this is alleged, right? Wanting production. Hey, y'all come in. Yes, come on in. Come on in. Okay. Let me see. Maybe production was being forced to stay. Now, Deb, I thank you for coming over here, and I hope you come back, and I hope you subscribe. But no, the production didn't want to be there. Production could have toosted his tail on up out of there. Llips could not have made that man stay if he didn't want to. As small as he was, he could have left if he wanted to. So none of you supporters want to call back in. Is the phone still going? I just got this phone. It's still charged. 501. Call me and call us. Call the hotline. 501-352-8982. Deb, call the hotline. He wasn't forced to stay. He stayed because they also said that he stole $35,000 from Llips. That Llips said that. Now that's just some of the reporting I've seen out there. Is that true, Llips supporters? I mean, you diehard supporters that didn't miss a video, because I'm a supporter, but I have my own channels and I may not catch every video. Did I miss that part? Did I miss that part, people? She didn't even have her niece's number. Couldn't be too close. Right. Who is that? Right, bub. You're right. When she did that video, she didn't know how to contact the niece. Oh, we got a call coming in. Let me see. Hello? How are you doing?
You're doing a wonderful job covering this, but I think that towards the end of the relationship, they got really, really bad. if you spend with somebody like that almost 19, 20 years, you got a lot of investment. And I think that whoever Bruno is, which we don't know who Bruno is, but I think that, okay, let me just say this. I made a comment that maybe his sister felt like maybe she grew in that seduction. I don't know. We don't know these people. But I think that there was a
Wait, you're breaking up just a little bit, and I want everyone to hear what you're saying. I can't hear you right now. Can you hold the phone up?
Can you hear me okay or no?
Put it up. Is it closer? Just a little bit more. It was sort of getting better.
Let me just see.
We can't hear you, and I don't want you to be talking and they can't hear what you're saying.
Can you hear me better?
Yes, we can hear you. Now, what were you saying?
I just think that towards the end of it, it really got toxic, the relationship, and like when I watched their videos, because I supported Llips, and so when I watched their videos, ever since I found out that he was on a live, I've been watching the videos, and it did seem like they made nice videos together, him and production.
Mm-hmm.
And excuse me, I got a call.
Okay.
Now, so does that make it a part of their channel or just Llips' channel? Like, did he feel like he was entitled to some of the money because he made videos with Llips or Bradley? I don't know, but what I don't like is that towards the end, the betrayal and stuff. I was really shocked when I found out that he unalived Bradley Llips.
Right.
I don't know why he did that, and that's crazy. And as far as the sister goes, I don't know. She said she loved him. Maybe it was all the years and stuff that we don't know all what they did. You know, I don't know. Well, I get what you're saying, because if you unalive one of my family members, I could have been faking it because that's what my brother or sister liked. I get it.
Yes.
You know, but oh my God, Philly, so this was terrible.
It is terrible. So that's what when the sister, she just came out before, it was just so quick to say, I love him. No, he murked your brother. I mean, what?
I mean, she probably was still like grieving or something. I don't know, because I asked myself, well, but can you turn off the emotion? And I saw somebody made a comment in your comments saying that, well, what if one of your family members killed another family member? Can you turn off that love like that? You know?
Right.
I don't know, Philly Phil. This was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love your. I followed you through the Miss Robbie's trial and stuff like that. That was wonderful, the job you did.
Okay. You watched the Sweetie Pies? Okay.
Oh, yeah. I really supported your channel during that time. That was wonderful, Philly. So you did a great job.
Thank you.
But I mean, when it comes to Llips, I'm so hurt and disappointed that this happened to him, you know? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Llips is going to be missed. His family released a balloon. But, you know, now it falls on his family. Like, people are questioning what people are saying and stuff like that. But it's just a bad situation overall, I think.
Yeah, it is a bad situation. It's a sad situation and a bad situation. And we will never know the truth. But one thing I just feel that I do know is that, I mean, Llips didn't take him out, and I don't think he had. I can't.
Well, from what
I
we
don't
know
know.
about Lips, I don't. Have you ever met him? Because I know you're in the mukbang community. Mukbang.
Okay.
Oh, I said that
Okay.
wrong. Mukbang
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
But have you ever had a chance to meet Lips or anything?
No, I had one like just a separate text conversation with him when something was going on with his email was hacked or whatever, and I purchased his lips. I purchased his hot sauce, but when they had that big old meet and greet 5 years ago, I did not go, and I know there was some fallout between them, but I don't want to reflect on that part because that would be like, speaking bad on the.
I know.
I'm not gonna speak bad on. I'm not gonna
I
speak bad on the deceased. I don't know what happened,
Exactly.
and I know some of them made up after that. So I don't care what happened 5 years ago.
No,
I'm
I
talking
don't
about.
Philly Phil. I agree with you on that, and I just think that was unfortunate. Whatever happened.
Yes.
But like you said, that's in the past. We're gonna leave that alone. I feel very my grandkids love comment, like, and sharing. Go take with the team. My grandkids when I turn on his channel.
Let me ask you this real quick, okay? Because I would comment, like, and share. What's the part after that?
He would say, "Go take it for the team."
Go take it for the. I never knew what he said.
Yeah, I didn't either, and I kept saying to myself, "What is he saying?" And so one day I caught his video. And he said, one of my subscribers is asking me, what am I saying? So he slowed it down. And he said, what I'm saying is go take it for the team. Comment, like, and share, and go take it for the team. And I said, okay, that's what he's saying. But he used to speak pretty fast when it came to that line. And but then I happened to catch one of the videos when he was breaking it down and slowing it down. And I don't know, Philly Phil, sometimes I would have a hard time because of what I went through physically. I had a hard time eating sometimes. And so I would watch his channel just to, it would help me eat because I would see the good food he had and then I'd be like, okay, I feel like eating.
A lot of people, my brother, CMA, comedian Michael Allen, a lot of people watched him and watched him cook and they would help, he would help by him cooking and the things he would cook. It would help them through their traumas.
I'm a subscriber to comedian Michael Allen too. And a lot of times I would watch him cook. And a lot of times, I don't know, he's good at SMARs because, or I hope I'm saying it right.
ASMR.
Yeah,
that's okay, girl. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
But I would love to watch him because it would soothe me somehow to just go to sleep and watch him cook. And then that inspired me to eat sometime too. When comedian Michael Allen would come on and eat, I felt like eating. And because he eats all the time, doesn't he? I know, yes, he does. And as I got older, I find that I struggle with eating. My appetite is not how it was when I was younger. And so Lips, I would watch Lips. I would watch comedian Michael Allen, and it would just help me, like, give me the appetite to want to eat. And you stop cooking with them cakes, girl. I want them. The pound cakes and stuff. Oh my God, Philly Phil. I said, oh my God, Philly Phil be cooking them pound cakes and stuff. I wanted one so bad.
Because a lot of people don't know. I started out just cooking and eating, and then I changed it to a variety channel. So I still cook. I still mukbang. I do it all.
But you know what I love for you, Philly Phil? Even though I did like your cooking shows, I think you do great with reporting stuff like this. I think you're wonderful with it.
Thank you.
Like I said, I followed you through the Tim Norton. We're not going to that, but I followed you through that, and I think you did a wonderful job. And I think you're actually very good at that, Philly Phil. I like you doing that. It was okay with the cooking and stuff like that, but I like you with that genre, if I'm saying it right. But
that's fine. That's fine. You said it was okay with the cooking. I was cooking in the kitchen.
No, but that was okay. But I think you do really well with the reporting of stuff and getting into it.
Right.
And but I don't know. This is a really sad situation, I think.
It's very
I don't know
sad.
what happened to them.
It's very
who knows
sad.
who Bruno is? Okay, so when you talk about long-term relationships, I'm not trying to hold your channel up, but
well, no one else is calling right now, so go ahead, talk.
they had a long-term relationship, and it was very volatile, as we heard from the sister. And so I don't know, maybe they on camera it is one thing when you show us one thing, and then he interacted with he was like a parent. Production was like a second parent to his daughter. So can you imagine how she's feeling right now? I don't know.
All right, so let me say this. So they said they had been together for like 19 years. So the daughter isn't that old. So he got the daughter while they was together.
Yes, I think I discovered that too. I said, yeah, that makes sense. Because I was watching other channels too, and I said, yeah, the daughter is
because
like 12.
Yeah, she's 12, and they've been together. Is a 19 and only married 6. So
married 6 years.
At one point,
for 19.
When did he get the daughter? I mean, what? Maybe they broke. You know how people. I don't know.
Yeah,
well, you know what?
You speaking the truth, Philly.
Lips is gone. I know. Yeah. Lips is gone. But I'm just saying, since we're talking about it, the daughter was like 12 or 13. They've been together 19, married 6. The daughter was made in between their time together. So maybe production always held that against him, allegedly.
You think so?
I'm saying allegedly.
But well, if you get back with someone after that happened, then you forgave the incident, right?
Well, some people say they do, but some people can never really ever get over something like that.
No, I know. You're talking the truth.
Unfortunately, they just always, what they do, they might just picture it in their minds of that person being with that person and, doing what it takes to make that baby. I don't know.
Right. And then it seems like a lot of tit for tat happened with them,
Yeah. So did you watch a lot of their shows?
A lot of their shows were really nice. I don't know how often you watch them.
No, I'm asking you, did you watch a lot of their shows? Did you watch the videos?
I did. I did.
Someone said that, Lips, did he ever come on there with a black eye and say that,
I have seen him come on with a black eye, Philly Phil, and I was like, what's up with that? But I just watched the video and just, I did see him with a black eye on his videos. Yes, I did.
Really?
And yes, I have. I have seen that. I have.
I don't know how that little sawed-off man could give him a black. You know what?
But then he was saying he was in a car accident. That's why nobody even thought about much of it, because Llips was telling all his viewers that he was in a car accident. But the sister said, or somebody said, I don't know who said it, allegedly, I don't know who said it, but somebody was saying that they used to ram each other's cars. And somebody also said that one of his neighbors said that they used to fight all the time. And even when they found Llips in the bathroom, allegedly, when they found him in the bathroom, injured from the gunshot, supposedly a liquor was all over the place, broken, and food was thrown around. I don't know. But you never know what people do when they're at the end of their. But I don't know how production. We don't know what he's actually feeling, because now he knows that he unalived him. So who knows what that man is going through in jail? And then at this point, who even really cares? The ones that did appreciate Llips and whatever. But I mean, this is just a sad situation.
It's very. I had not heard that about. So he was found in the bathroom?
Yeah, they said he was found in the bathroom. He made a call to 911, and so did so-called his husband. They both made calls to 911. So it's been said. I wasn't there, but it said that both of them allegedly called 911, and then production said, I don't know what happened or something like that they were saying. But Llips did allegedly call 911 and said that he was shot. But he never told the police who did it. Allegedly, that's what they're saying. He never said who shot him.
Oh, I know it was reported that he was the one that he was able to call 911, but I didn't know that production also, I don't have all that. I haven't seen every single video.
That's what they're saying, that two people called, and allegedly one of them was production.
Or was it Bruno, allegedly?
That's what I said to myself, Philly Phil. I said, was it Bruno?
I wanna see Bruno. I want to see Bruno because Llips was so adamant in that video from December of 2024, allegedly. One of the Llips. He was hurt. He was hurt. He was like, you, and he said that Big Billy Bailey Bob knew about it. All of his friends knew about it, but no one came to help Llips if they knew he was being beaten on. That's what I don't get.
I know. And though sometimes when it's domestic violence like that, Philly Phil, people don't want to get involved, and it's a shame, but that happens a lot.
But you're right, because 9 times out of 10, when you do get involved, then they get back together and they be mad at you. But you know what? If I see somebody getting the dog crap beat out of them, I'm saying something. I don't care who don't like it.
I know. And then I'm going to tell that person, listen, I don't like to hear you getting beat up like this. This has got to stop.
Right.
This has got to stop. But I don't know. And then they were together so long, Philly Phil.
They were tonight. I didn't know they had been together for 19 years.
Off and on, probably. Yeah. Like we said, the daughter was 12 years old, so they were on.
You know what? I got another. I guess somebody else is. I don't know how to add. Let me see if I can figure out how to add.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, okay. If not, then it was great speaking to you, Philly Phil. I am subscribed to your channel, and if you can't add us all together, then I hope.
Hello. Hello. Oh, I messed up. I got a new phone. I'm trying to figure it out.
That's okay.
I thought I added
maybe they'll probably call back.
They're calling back. Let me see.
You're like me, Philly Phil. I don't know nothing about these phones. My kids ain't around to help me. I don't know what I'm doing. That's terrible.
You know what? I don't know how to answer this call. Hello? Hello?
Yes, hello?
Yes, how are you?
Oh, you got her. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you. What would you like to say about Llips?
Oh my God. Like I used to watch, like everybody said, but there was something off-putting about the production. You know what I'm saying? That made me kind of stop watching. Like I wouldn't watch all the time because it was like,
you got your TV on. You got your TV on or something on in the background. Just turn it down a little bit or put it on mute so we won't get the feedback. And then go ahead and say what you were saying.
Oh, that's your YouTube channel in the background.
Okay. Well, cut me down, honey. You got me live.
Okay.
Cut me down, girl. You got Philly Phil live. Okay. Welcome to the channel. You are now on the hotline. It's your girl PP. This not new to us. We done did this before. This is just a different topic. Now go ahead, honey. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was saying it was something like the way you used to look at Llips. I used to be like, I don't know about this person. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people say that. Yeah. Like, what is it? Like, I never picked up those vibes. Like, I thought he was just always trying to be like funny. You know how people be
like a mood springer. That's like part of personality, but something seemed it was a dark edge to it though.
Really? A lot of people say that though.
Yeah. I know because I know some people have like that personality type, but there was something that was kind of like, there's a little bit something more there.
Yeah, I never picked that up, but I'm in the house all the time. I don't go nowhere. But you know, a lot of people have said that, Philly Phil, and I never picked up on that vibe. I've always thought that he was just kind of trying to be joking around or something like that.
Right, like they keep game and stuff. Like
something like that. So I said,
well, you know what?
Saying that.
It's a thin line between love and hate, y'all.
You know,
so true. And that was
right about that because, you know, when you talk about relationships, like, you could think somebody love you, and then they turn around and do you so wrong, and you be like, dang, I didn't even see that coming. But, like, it's just crazy because the man suffered a heart attack, a couple of months ago? Right. And he probably was already weak, even if Llips wasn't in a necessary wheelchair. But the man was, then he said he had to have 2 surgeries in his shoulders.
Yeah, that was upcoming surgery. That was upcoming surgery, I think.
Yeah, and so he was weak, obviously, you know, after the heart attack and then the surgery from the shoulders. And so how much fighting could he do? Like, I don't know.
It's almost like all that glitters is in gold. Because, you know, it's an over-the-top personality, and a lot of people want to just celebrate the good.
Right.
But when I think about it, because he told his story about his childhood.
Llips did? Wait, I'm sorry. Who told their story, Llips or production?
Llips told his story.
Okay.
About how he was Philly Phil. Okay, his story about when he was a child. You know, and how he was violated at the pig farm and stuff like that.
At a what farm?
Llips told his story at the pig farm. He used to be at a pig farm. He told his childhood stories, and he had a lot of childhood trauma and stuff like that. Yeah, and you know, he told like his whole story and stuff like some of the backdrop to his story. It's in some of his old videos.
Okay.
Somebody violated him, Philly Phil. Somebody violated him, and I don't think he ever said who, but I think it might have been a family member.
It was a family member, a close family member.
Somebody violated him, Philly Phil, and then he used to even break down crying on his videos. Listen, caller, I don't know who you are, sweetheart, but
wait, let me say that. And you guys don't even mention your names. You guys can call this hotline, Llips supporters, Llips fans, and guys can just share your fondest memories, your thoughts, and you don't have to say your name. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying that Philly Phil, I felt so bad when I heard about his passing. I've been playing Llips videos every single day since I found out, and I'm not playing with you. He had a story to tell, and he told it.
Yeah. His life will make a great Tyler Perry movie. Kind of like The Diary of a Mad Black Woman, but like a version. He'll make such a great movie. Even like a TV film, you know, I know it's too soon to talk about that. But I'm just saying that it's almost like it's sad to say, but it's like he lived almost like a tortured life all the way to the end.
Wow.
When he told his story until now, and the person who he taught, who he gave his heart to. And I think my last thought that I had of him, I said, what was he thinking as he took his last breath? Right.
I know. You know. You wonder. Did he see?
Oh my God.
You know. Did he see the person coming at him with the weapon? Did he? You know. Did he see that?
Well, people are saying that even in the end, Philly Phil, not to cut you off, but people are saying that he has some kind of protection towards production. Yeah. Even if he knew production shot him, he wouldn't have never told it.
Wow.
Because he has some type of love for this man for some reason. And that's a part of toxic relationships and stuff. Sometimes we protect people that we love, but they don't love us like that. And I think you're right. The movie or some kind of something on Llips life would be good. I thought about that myself. And I just think that, I don't know. I
just seen a video his brother wants to do, like, he's trying to put together something where they're going to celebrate his life because they're still in mourning, but they want to do something to celebrate. And his brother was talking about the reason why he's so successful. And we talk about the dark, but we want to cover the light too. He said the reason why he's so successful is because of Lips and how he scored. Yes, Lips Butter. There's a video that Lips Butter, if you Google Lips Butter speaking about him or like that, a family speaking, a video should pop up of Lips Butter talking about. He said all his success is due to Lips and how Lips poured into him. And everything that he achieved and everything that he has is because of his brother's support, Lips support. Said that, yeah. He said
they're doing a balloon release. They're doing a balloon release. Philly Phil, I don't know if you heard of it.
I have.
Balloon. His family's doing 2 balloon release. I live in Connecticut, so I can't make it. But I was thinking of. I told my daughter yesterday. I said, listen, on those 2 days, I'm gonna buy a balloon and just release it up in the air for Lips. You know.
Right.
I can't be in Alabama, Georgia, in a home place, Atlanta, I don't know, in Mississippi, you know.
Yeah, don't tell. Well,
Connecticut.
I was gonna say, don't tell nobody where you are, but hey, you know, because people.
My girl right downtown in the thick of Atlanta. Because I think when they put the address of where he was arrested, it's right on Peachtree, and that's like right in the center of Atlanta. Because remember, he went into Gwinnett and Fulton County. Yeah, he was like, they were right in the thick of Atlanta. They wasn't like on the outskirts. They were like right, because the address said Peachtree. And Peachtree is one of the main streets in Atlanta near downtown. Yeah. But they said they have, somebody just did a video that there was more domestic violence stuff report where, like you said, Lips was trying to cover for him, where Lips was beaten up and he had black eyes and stuff like you said, he was trying to cover him because, sometimes it's so hard to find love. Sometimes people accept stuff like that.
Yes.
Well, can I ask you guys this? So, caller number 1, the first caller, because you don't have to tell me your name. How long have you been following and supporting Lips?
It was okay. So I was there 5 years ago when he went through. So I would say about 6 years when he first got started.
6 years, okay. And the second caller?
Me, I started to watch Lips during the pandemic. For some reason, it popped up and his whole personality. Wait a minute.
And my grandkids used to love that song. Yep.
He just consumes you with his personality as much as even if you want, because like some people is like you want to not like him,
right?
But it's just that they're so positive. There's such a light, There's so many negativity around people who might be in certain type of lifestyle relationships or men wearing nails or wearing
clothes. Can I just share this with you and the caller? My granddaughter, because as she got older, she's 6 now, and I was playing Lips when she was a little baby, and just because of his jingle in the beginning of his videos, and then not too long ago, she said, Nana, why does he have nails? Why does he have finger polish on his nails? I didn't know what to say to my granddaughter, and I said, because that's what some people do, honey. That's what they like to do. And I told my daughter, I said, I didn't know what to say, so I just said that and I left it alone because I didn't think she was of the maturity to explain to her that people are different sex, preferences and stuff. And so, but I still enjoyed watching him, and I still will play his videos. Like I said, I was explaining to caller number 2, I was explaining to Philly Phil how as I got older, I struggled with eating, and I would just watch him to help me eat, and I still do, And so he will be missed. I've been playing his videos a lot since this happened, and sometimes they just pop up on my feed, and I just watch them, and they're very entertaining and very enjoyable. And sometimes you do see production on his videos with him. They appear to be having a good time.
Right.
And the thing is too, it's like, as a lot of people have seen a lot of different videos, why not just leave? Because even if, you know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to talk about the whole situation, but if you could divorce Llips and maybe got, half or whatever it is that y'all came together, and move on with you. But they're saying so also that he was struggling with substance abuse. So there's so many different stories that even the family is saying they're not going to let what play out in court, and see like what all the evidence is. But it's just they're speaking out like, because they're saying we as the public, we don't know what production was dealing with behind the scenes. But at the same time, it didn't seem like he was just like someone, even if they needed assistance, that would just clap down and say, do me the best you can, give you a hard time. It seemed like he would be there every step of the way and trying, you know what I'm saying? And even so, like, if you feel like you were struggling so much, say, hey, can we bring in like a nurse or bring in like someone to help with the cleaning? You know what I'm saying? If you took on so much burden where you end up hating the person, that's not right. But then they're saying that also too, it was due to infidelity. It was but this would have been a good too. I don't know if you ever seen them TV shows called Fatal Attraction.
Yeah.
Or like For My Man. This could be an episode of For My Man or like Fatal Attraction or something like that. Because it was so unexpected. Like even though I saw
that's the thing too, Philly. It was so unexpected. Nobody expected this.
I just know I knew he had been in the hospital. Right. I knew he had been in the hospital. I thought he was. I didn't know. Right. I just was. So when I heard I thought maybe it was from that. But then when I heard it was from the husband, I don't know. I'm just at a loss for words. I just cannot believe it.
I thought he had a heart attack. I thought he had a heart attack.
Yeah.
I thought he had a heart attack. All them pig feet and all that stuff. I was like, oh God. So I need to make sure I don't eat all that pig stuff.
No.
He made it. I when you watch. I was like, no, he got murdered.
Wait, let me say this. And I said this on one of my videos. It wasn't no pig feed, no chili. You can eat all the pig. It wasn't that. It was a person, a man that his husband that unalived him. Now, caller number 1 and caller number 2. Do you guys like this format where you can call in anonymously and share your thoughts on Llips?
That's beautiful. That's the best way.
Okay, good.
I really wish that let you comment on YouTube anonymously. YouTube will get a lot more comments. There'll be a lot more engagement across all platforms if they'll allow the public to interact how they choose and please. Because everybody wants to be totally, totally like on a platform. Because there's like they want you to like completely become part of it.
Yeah.
But something like you said might just want to, join anonymously or make a comment anonymously or make a comment as a guest. I wish YouTube and a lot of these different platforms will allow the different users to be able to interact without having to fully engage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. Because I don't have a channel. I don't do YouTube.
You don't do YouTube?
Okay. And so, but I do subscribe to channels that I like. I like Philly Phil. I love what she did, and I told her this when she did the Tim Norman case and other things. I loved what she was cooking, but I think Philly Phil does very well when she covers things like this. I think the genre for her is and I think she'll do very well doing that. That's just my personal opinion, but who am I? I'm just one person.
You are you and you're a supporter, and thank you. And I will continue. I will be doing more of this. I mean, I'm not going to ever stop cooking and eating and all of that and baking my cakes.
Oh no, I love those too, Philly. So don't get me wrong now. I love that too, but I'm just saying, I think you do very well with covering situations like this. I really, really do.
No, thank you.
And yeah, I do. I'm not just saying that either. I don't ever call. I stay in the bushes kind of girl. But
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
But I'm not a bad stand in the bushes because I know some people stay in the bushes, don't like the comment, don't like the, you know, I always like it, the video and stuff like that. And even when I forget to like it, I go back and I say, I got to go back to the video and like it to show support. But I just think that this is terrible what happened. I was so shocked. And I don't know. I just hope that there's some kind of justice that comes out of this.
You know, justice. You know what you
Lips went through.
Right. You know what I say. Justice is slow, but it is certain. So Lips will get his justice.
I hope so because this is just so sad. I mean, anytime you lose your life to somebody that you say that you loved, it just really is terrible. I mean, I don't know.
They laid next to you and said,
videos online.
Go ahead.
There's videos online of Lips, one of the last live videos that was taken down of him basically calling out production of plotting and planning to take $59,000 from him and leave with this stuff that they had in the house with them.
That was heartbreaking. That was heartbreaking. That was very heartbreaking. It was.
I want to see I want to see Bruno because I heard about what you guys just said, but I mean I just heard it. I hadn't really, seen enough of it to report on it. But if that's the case, I mean, I don't know what video that was said on. I don't have the video. If anyone has the video.
Well, nobody at this point, Philly Phil, nobody even knows who Bruno is. People want to know.
Oh.
Nobody knows who Bruno is, but a lot of people are posting who is Bruno, but nobody really knows who Bruno is. We don't know who he is.
Let me see something. Because I think I took some screenshots.
He ain't gonna come forward, Philly Phil, at this point because he don't want to be implicated.
And Bruno, Wait, caller number 2, you got some screenshots of what?
I think I deleted them, but it was some screenshots of the full police report. And the last thing that production said is that he doesn't know anything. He said, I don't know what happened. He's basically saying he came in, but they're saying he's going to call 911. And
you remember I told you that Philly Phil that there was a call from there were 2 phone calls made, but he's trying to say, I don't know what happened, so you might as well arrest me now. And he was I think he's lying to cover up for somebody. We don't know if it's Bruno or who it was. I don't know.
You know what? Let me tell you that production knows what happened. Production is lying, and I'm gonna stand on that one because Lips said he had been beating him, so production knows.
Yep.
I think production and Bruno are in cahoots, allegedly.
Allegedly. But the thing is, they're saying that there was broke on the floor, and he was shot in his stomach, in his abdominal.
Yeah, he was shot in his stomach, and he ended up vomiting.
Yeah.
Oh God, poor guy. I don't know. Food everywhere.
That's really sad.
Looking for a puzzle or whatever like that, and everything is just basically speculation, But I guess they felt enough to take him as the suspect for some reason, even though he didn't know anything more like that.
You know what? But they had some reason to arrest him. Probable cause, something.
And then he had a history of committing crimes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I heard that he was pretty much, a little gangster.
Basically, he had a history in the court system and stuff, and I don't know how much of a gangster he was, but he had a history, Philly Phil. He really did.
He's a wankster.
That's what they're saying, allegedly.
That's right.
A history of getting into stuff, But Lips loved him, and I don't know.
You see, people say when they see people that are small, they think that they can't. You know what I'm saying? Because I really think because of Lips' stature. You know what I'm saying? Or like, like but you never know. Like what they say, small axes cut down big trees, right? So it's like you never know. So some people underestimate something small, thinking, you know what I'm saying? But I always like when you look at Llips, like I'm like, what is going on? Like you go and watch some of these, you'll see it. You know, of course they had the happy-go-lucky signs, and you know, like the fun banter. But there were some times where it was like he was looking at him with like some sort of like disdain in the eyes. Now, if everything comes out that maybe it was that other person involved and he's taking a fall for him, then maybe we were just overreaching and thinking that. And maybe he's not the one that really did it. But at the same time, it's like, it might just be a crime of passion, but at the same time, it's like, why would you take the fall for anybody if somebody else did do this to your husband? Like, it wasn't like just nobody or like a boyfriend. This is your husband of over 18 years, married what they're saying for since 20 years.
Man, that's a long time. I haven't been with nobody for 18 minutes. No, I'm cracking a joke, but that's a long time to be with somebody.
Yeah, it is.
It's just an alternative lifestyle, or what people think is an alternative lifestyle relationship. Think like those are like, because what they say in some of the alternative lifestyle community, 2 weeks is like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? In some alternative lifestyle, because some of those relationships don't last as long. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I don't mean
it to be 18 years. It's like they've been together like two lifespans, basically. For 18 years and stuff.
And like Philly Phil said earlier, that the daughter somehow came in between that, because not in between it, that's the wrong choice of words. But the daughter happened somewhere in between. Wait, I'm still keep saying in between.
Because the daughter is like 12 or 13. They were together 19 years. So the daughter came in between there in 6 years, somewhere along the way.
Right.
And now look, someone just put up a comment. Well, it's been up there a minute. It says production was tired of being a line cook. What do y'all think of that comment?
Well, first of all, from what I understand is that Llips did a lot of cooking too.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Llips cooking, Philly Phil. It wasn't just him cooking.
And they used to order out. I've seen all.
Well, you know what? Maybe this person might just be being a little funny. And somebody says somebody chose to grab. Ricky Owens say somebody chose to grab the gun. Then she said they've been fighting. Here comes the GUN. So Christina says comment, like, and share, and go on and take one for the team. Okay, Christina G. We got some Llips supporters
and go for the team. But you know what? Llips oftentimes in his videos, Philly Phil, will say who cooked what. He would say, well, I cooked this, production cooked that, and I cooked this and this. You know, he would do that a lot. So he actually told us who cooks what.
So he gave the props. Okay. All right, Christina, thank you for that. Comment, like, and share, and go on and take it for the team. Is that what he say?
Yeah. You got it, Philly Phil. You got it.
I finally got it.
Is this on YouTube or is this on YouTube or Facebook? Like, where did you say you wasn't on YouTube, right?
No, okay. I'm live. Okay, I'm live on YouTube, but I have a Facebook. I have Facebook on the yeah. So someone says, they say Llips fighting. Could he do? You'd be surprised at what a person is capable of when they are. What's that say? Pissed. People don't think before they react, and the worst weapons are used. Get away, walk away if you can. Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, my whole thing is that at the end of the day, the type of lifestyle that Llips offered this guy was a lifestyle that they could have, like, vacation and do a lot of stuff. So yeah, it came with a lot for him to probably take care of Llips, but guess what? People do a lot worse type of for less. So, you know, they went on cruises, they went to Las Vegas,
Yes.
palace.
I watched
Like,
one of their I watched one of their videos when they went to Memphis and they showed the Martin Luther King the Rain Hotel. They showed
Oh, they did?
Memphis.
I didn't see that one.
I watched that video the other day. I've been playing his videos like crazy.
Yeah, I never seen that one.
I wonder.
I think one of them in Vegas.
Even though Llips was bigger than production, I think he was a gentle giant. I really do believe he was a gentle giant.
So when you when you say so you say you believe he was a gentle giant. Now his sister said he was just as toxic as production. What do you think?
Oh, okay. So I think when it came to them two, they were, but I think Llips had the qualities of a gentle giant.
You know, I'm more to say I will more take what the other YouTuber, I forgot his name is, and also Llips' brother over what, because we don't have a relationship with him and the sister. You know, for what all we know, the sister and production had a close relationship. You know what I mean? But yet Llips and her never really had a super close relationship, so maybe that's why she is willing to speak and just be like kind of in the middle, because they were never really super close. You know what I'm saying? So she's kind of like just playing the middle ground, even though that's her brother and he's longer here. So maybe they didn't have that close relationship where it's like, you know, she wouldn't just say, you know, to her with production. You know what I'm saying? Because,
Right.
you know, we don't know the whole dynamic of their relationship. Because from what you see, it seems like the whole, I think even Be Love did a video on it, one of the biggest mukbangers out there. And literally, she's a celebrity
Can I
now.
say something about that? Maybe I shouldn't, but
Yeah.
I have supported Be Love,
Yeah.
but I think that when she did her video of Llips, I think that she could have been.
I didn't watch it yet. I just seen that. I never got to see it. I just seen it pop up as part of a recommendation, but I haven't watched that at all. Because really,
at times to me, it seems like she's kind of insensitive.
Okay. Oh wow.
But
Okay. Well, now that's allegedly. That's allegedly.
Okay, allegedly. I don't mean no harm, Philly. If I'm wrong, tell me, and I'll.
Well, you know, I have not seen B-Love's video that she did on Llips yet. I haven't watched it, so I don't know what she said, but I do know that her and Llips they interacted, because I remember they exchanged their hot sauces. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. That's just my I do not dislike B Love. I have supported her. I purchased her hot sauce, her everything, and then I plan on ordering my daughter, because my daughter really loves her seafood boil kind of thing. And let me just say that. But B Love, if you're listening, I support your stuff, but I just think that I just think that you could have been like a little bit more empathetic. Well, that's my personal opinion.
What was she saying to make you get that type of sentiment? Like what?
Okay, so she was talking about him, and then she had a bunch of guests at her house, and the price of eggs and bacon. You're a millionaire. You can afford that. You're comparing yourself to average people. Average people are really struggling, but you're a millionaire. Stop doing, stop comparing. And then you did it in the middle of talking about Llips, and then you said you had all these guests at your house, and you're talking about the price of eggs and bacon, but you can afford that. The average person, you think I'm gonna invite a bunch of people to my house that I can't afford to feed, and then you were munching on your fries, and then I don't know what I was expecting.
I think he was doing it in her business too, right? I think he was doing it in her business.
I thought she should have did a separate.
She was doing it in her $4 million Bentley, I think, because I think she was in the car, right? Was she in the car?
She was
in the car. That's a $4 million car.
I think it would have been more appropriate for her to do a separate video
Right.
saying that giving homage to Lips and giving
Oh, she just separated. She just did it as a part of
but
added into another video, basically.
But you guys know what? B Love is a true mukbanger and then a TikTok businesswoman. So she's not like a news reporter. So we're going to just chalk that up to her, you know, being in her mukbang zone and just having a conversation about something. I'm sure she wasn't trying to be disrespectful or anything.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to,
Oh no, that's okay. You know, I know how to reel it back on in. I can reel it back on in. I'm still feeling feel. I can do that.
Yeah. But I understand your side and her side. I understand both. You know what I'm saying? I understand both sides completely. Because the thing is too is that me personally, Lips and B Love should met personally. You know what I'm saying? And the judge seen a recommended video of was it Pretty P, whatever like that, when they had like a whole debacle about a couple of YouTubers like going at Lips and stuff like that. I didn't really get in because I started watching it probably like a few seconds of Pretty P trying to set some records straight. I just turned it off. I'm like, you know, Lips is gone. I don't want to see any old drama.
You know what?
Whatever.
You know what? Those videos are like 5 years old. So, and I do believe him and some of those people made up and made amends. So that's like but I know once someone is deceased, people would go back and just start looking at things. So I mean, it is what it is. But
you're right, Philly Phil. And and those videos have been popping up since he's been on the lives and stuff.
YouTube doing that. YouTube know what they're doing.
Right. And I don't know.
Everybody's jumping on it. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody reposted the whole video. Like literally, like people are like shocked to literally re-upload his whole mukbang like he's not even so gone. Because remember, we didn't to his YouTube stuff. So literally, people want to download his whole content and re-upload it because people are getting ads on this video. Yeah, people, because there's it's gone. It's gone. I don't understand why we get access to YouTube. So literally, if I think there's new YouTubers who are taking this content and re-uploading it, and they're getting ads views on it. I think one already got because they're building their YouTube channel off old Lips videos now, which is really bad. That's like get a picture. The man is barely cooked. I don't think they had his yet, and people are already doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll show some clips or whatever, but I'm not going to just play. Some people are probably going to go through every video he made if it's available and review it because it's content. And, you know, sometimes people don't have content of their own.
I have content is appealing. Like, man, I don't know, it's so appealing. It's almost like when it's almost like, I won't say as big as Auntie Fee. The loss of Auntie Fee, yeah. Auntie Fee was a different genre, you know? Let me say it's like, you know, it's definitely in the mukbang world and stuff like that. In terms of like, because, you know, Auntie Fee was on the Jimmy Kimmel show and she made it to celebrity, you know? So.
Do you know that I found out about Auntie Fee towards the end of her life? And one thing I wasn't into watching YouTube at the time.
Right.
I don't know how I even came across it, but I knew the lady used to make me laugh.
Oh my God.
When she used to cuss her son out, I'd laugh so much. And I was going through a hard period in my life at that time, Philly Phil. And I don't know how I came across Auntie Fee, but she used to make me laugh. And then when I found out she passed and stuff, I had an opportunity to actually meet and speak to her sister, and it was a very nice experience. Because I didn't know about her, but I do know she brought laughter into my life at the end of her life, and I didn't even know about her. I didn't know nothing about YouTube. That's why I think I started following YouTube and watching YouTube. Actually, I didn't know about Auntie Fee, and there's a person here where I live in this space that actually met Auntie Fee and visited her house and everything like that. He's another YouTuber. And so I found that out way after the fact, but I think that's how I started getting into YouTube, watching YouTube channels. And I don't have a channel. And neither do I want one. But
let me say this: the channel that if you're watching videos or making comments, that is your YouTube channel. You're just not a content creator. You just don't upload any content.
Yeah, no, I don't. No.
Okay.
But I like good content, and I think yours is one of them, Philly Phil.
Thank you.
I am subscribed to comedian Michael Allen. I was subscribed to Llips and still am. I have other few channels that I do. If it's good content, I like to watch it. And,
right.
And that's it. And I just, I stay mostly in the bushes, but if I have a comment to say, I do say, but it's not that often. It really isn't.
Well, I am so glad that both of you decided to call in tonight and share your thoughts and, your love for Llips and everything. And, when you started watching, how long you've been watching. And I hope that we're going to do this again. So if anyone else wants to do that, I hope they'll do it the next time. So I'm going to give you guys, if you want to say something in closing, you can, and then I'm going to end it because I have to go to work in the morning. So caller number 1, Do you have any closing thoughts?
I do, Philly Phil. I admire you as a woman. I think you're great. I already expressed to you how I felt about your content, and I wish you nothing but wellness and the best. I really do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Philly Phil. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling in. Okay, caller number 2. Wait, you break.
I don't remember his real name, but I just see him as Llips. Wait a minute, y'all. And I knew you lied. It's just like, that even like if they make a movie about him, they don't see the end with him saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know you
like memorial display that and stuff like that, because it's just like, as much as you want to be judgmental or this or that, or like that, like I said, it's just like, it's so sad that it seems, when you think about, even with me calling in, like usually I won't put myself, on any platform like that, but because like, even due to the pandemic, as I told you, that's how I got introduced to them, and then I binge watched them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of like videos I would like. I couldn't get into
we got. Hold up. Let me see if I can just answer this call. Then we're gonna get ready to end it. Hold up.
Okay.
Hello.
Again, I had to come back up. It's 90 people watching this live. Can y'all hit the like button, please? This is great content. Okay, she did her thing tonight, y'all. We'll see her in a minute. Okay, everybody hit the like button because I ain't loud enough in the chat. Y'all not listening to me. Hit the like button, please.
That's my daughter.
I hit the like button. This is caller number 1. I know I hit the like button.
What?
That's like caller number 1. You an example for the people, okay? Y'all hit the like button.
Wait, we got caller number 1. Is caller number 2 still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
And we got caller number 1, you there?
Yep.
And caller number Vaughn, you there, my daughter?
Yep, you did. You got us on forward. You here.
I know I hit the like button. I ain't playing around.
I'm learning how to look. I'm learning how to work this little phone, y'all. I'm learning how to work this phone.
You got it. You did it.
Oh my goodness. This has been good. I'm so glad I did this. I'm glad everyone, people, you guys had to call in and share your thoughts about Llips and just everything. I appreciate it.
I'm glad you did it too, Philly Phil. I don't never call on nobody's platform. I'm scared of myself.
But it's just like, like at the end of the day, even if it's such a tragedy,
yes,
and whatever film I want to say, like all they spewed out was positivity. No matter what anybody feels, no matter what anybody thinks, whatever like that, them as an individual, even the one that was behind the scenes, pain. You know, the fact that he was even doing something like after having his heart surgery and something, and still be positive and trying. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one person, like, he just didn't give up. He tried and tried and tried. It's sad that he was sticking out like this, but, you know, he was just such a light, you know, in this crazy world. You know? Yeah.
It's very sad.
He tried to the very end. Yes, he did.
Outpouring of support. You know, the outpouring of support is crazy. Like there's so many people just putting out. You know, I think what the Cam Sam did a video on him. We were doing videos. You know, just that's like a secret to people who knew. You know, and even if they watched them in secret. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, oh,
right.
This man watching this man wearing nails, but you know, he was just so blank, you know, just positive, you know, no matter what. I think you think he's eating a lot of food, but he wasn't eating a lot. It looked like he's eating a lot of food. And he didn't eat a lot. He didn't eat all the food that he put out there.
Right, you know, because yes.
The whole place.
When I was doing my mukbangs, I would you fix the big plate to make it look good. Right. But I would eat a little bit, and that's all I could eat. But you guys, wait, let's listen. Let's see what they're saying right here, real quick, if I can get it to play.
Misinformation. Can y'all sit here?
Don't hang up.
I'm talking to them to the truck, I think. So that's why I was reading out my phone right there. No, it's not blurry.
Okay, yeah, okay. So in this video, I think production is driving, right? Production is doing the driving in that video. But I want to go back up here. It was a video that let's listen to this one, guys.
Or just tell your truth that they're going to beat me like you do. Do that. Go and do that. Say that too. Because you want them to know the truth, right? Where Bruno at? Let me slow down. Where you at, Bruno? Where you at? Where Bruno at? Since you've been fighting me, beating me up because you want to leave Bruno all this time. That's telling the truth. That's telling all of it. So I can put that. So I'm gonna go on my own on what's left of our YouTube channel and put the pictures up where you've been beating me all this time. Right? Right? I'm gonna do that too, right? Yeah. Where Bruno at? Where you at, Bruno?
In the world of muck,
you even end up in the wrong type of job.
So y'all hear that? So he said Bruno been beating him.
Yeah, he said what's left of our YouTube channel. It's so sad, Philly Phil, because I don't know. He was going through something obviously at the time, and I think that was the beginning of the end.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
For their relationship, I really do. I don't know what production did. He said, you know, if you want to expose me, I'm expose you. Tell the people how you beating me up all the time, and that's sad. I mean, oh God, I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
That was the beginning of the end.
Somebody say if booze was involved, what they say, we would never know the full story. If production was
people blame it on the rain, blame it on the alcohol, whatever. But oh my God, Philly Phil, they was always drinking all through. And then, like you said earlier, it ain't the pig feet, it ain't the pigtails, it ain't nothing. We all gonna die anyway, whether we eat carrots all our life. I don't know, but still, I mean, the man enjoyed his life. He ate what he loved. And he said his family had a pig farm, so that's what they did. And he let everybody know he loves pork, from the rooter to the tutor.
But you know what? I have a family member that gave me a T-shirt as a child, right? It said, eat healthy, get plenty of exercise, but in small fine print, it said die anyway. So you're absolutely right, but at the same time too, that pig isn't good for you in terms of health-wise, though. I have to be honest.
But listen, and I respect what you're saying, but listen, you know, like Llips talked about on one of his channels one day, he said, because somebody made a comment in his section saying, you eating all that pork, you doing this. And then he explained it, he broke it down. He said, when God's ready for me to come home, he just will call me. And he didn't die from the pork. He had a heart attack. We don't know why. And people have, but he actually died from the gunshot wound that is allegedly husband did to him. Think about it. Think about it.
Right.
But you know what they said at first? He said they were supposed to take a tendon out of his leg, right? To put it inside his heart. But they end up doing like a stint where they put the thing in his heart to spread his artery open, and it was successful.
Yeah, all of that was successful.
Okay, so all right, caller number 1, 2, and 3. Okay, guys, we're gonna get ready to end it now. Did who else? Y'all have
a wonderful day at work.
Thank you. I gotta be there in a couple of hours.
Okay.
Congrats, Mama. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you.
Have a wonderful day. Caller number 3, have a wonderful day too.
And let me say this: anytime y'all want to call, you can call. That's caller number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't have to say your name. You can just start talking, okay, and be respectful, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna call it.
Huh?
Time y'all want to call, you can call. That's call number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Who playing me in the background?
Okay, Philly Phil, thank you.
All right, y'all.
That's me.
Oh, that's you. Okay. All right. Good night, everybody.
I'm gonna call in.
Okay. Don't forget. You keep watching. Next time I go live, call in. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Philly Phil.
YouTube, sure.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
And love my lips. Yep. Absolutely.
Oh, my phone went
Okay, thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Okay. The live didn't end. Now I'm going to end it. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Caller number 1, 2, and 3. My computer crashed. But rest in peace to Lips. Somebody say, PP, enjoyed this as always. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. Good night, everybody. I gotta go to work. I don't want to go.